What's going on, everybody? My name is Marco. I am a former professional opera singer, and I love talking about video game music from an emotional perspective. I also love Wuthering Waves, so we're actually going to be watching this as a fan perspective because I am caught up. I've been playing since day one, and we're going to be talking about the music intermittently. Expect lots of pauses. Here we go. I love how we start with this. First of all, that looks like Jinzhou, number one. Number two, this is obviously the Yangyang Xuanling Nightmare Showcase. First of all, the crows are really interesting, representing that death and destruction. Mind you, also too, the cello there, the strings, as there's this, essentially this decay, right? Burning, it all makes sense. I'm going to rewind though. Yeah, it's Jinzhou. Wonderful sliding down there, which causes, really sadness and tension. Of course, you hear it, and it's a really lovely move to have from ba ba note to have ba, have that slide in there. Really, a very simple thing that creates a lot of tension. Oh yeah. That's a login screen from 1.0. But orchestrated. Oh. What? Chesha. Arhu. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Is she about to overclock? So mind you how amazing this is, because the Arhu plays, if I recall, prominently in the Jinzhou main theme. Also seeing Yangyang as she was prior to this Xuanling form is also pretty interesting. So I'm surprised to see Chisha on the floor here, but let's rewind. Oh, and Baizha? Baizha, is that her name? Can't remember. Really nice nod to 1.0. Oh man, I cannot wait for this patch.
I've always felt this cannot be how the story ends.
She sounds amazing.
It was the dying of spring. Overthrax reawakened. Jinzhou drove it back, but at great cost. I should have stayed, but the streams beckoned.
Oh my god, she goes to, oh my god, goosebumps. She goes to Renacida? Oh my god, this is such a cool homage to everyone that played 1.0. We've been here. You know, no offense to anybody that like put it down and came back or whatever. We've been here from the get-go. This is such like I'm so happy. I can't wait, why is Renacida on fire?
Across strange lands.
Oh my god, that full orchestra.
Yet, when I followed the wind into the heart of the storm, time and again, I found myself harboring an unworthy thought. Something close to an escapist fantasy. There is someone important. Someone I could never forget.
Rover, of course. It's interesting musically because there's a lot of, let me not stop right. There's a lot of motion in this that is not necessarily melodically centered. And I think the point of that is that, you know, if we had too strong of a melody line throughout this, obviously there's melody because we have instruments being supported by other instruments, the strings and the arhu and, you know, the cello there on first listen are sort of being buoyed and supported by the other instruments. So I believe that those are like the principal instruments in this section. And what I think is happening is that we're kind of moving around within a soundscape, and we're trying to produce basically, I mean, this is a broken world, this jade echo or tacit discord or what have you is causing this fire and attacking obviously Yangyang. And so it's supposed to make us feel like we're at the end of our limits, right? It's going to turn, I think, when she like pops into the new form.
Our paths were meant to cross here.
Oh, Rover. See, like, listen to these strings, my god. Ba 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 ra ba 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 ba. Oh my god, other Rover. Oh no, that was Yangyang. So I don't think Rover was actually there. I think Rover, like, in her mind's eye, kept her locked in. It's amazing how Rover here is the thing that keeps her, like, going. And I think, like, right in here, when she's at the point of giving up, that's when the strings kick in. And again, super simple. That's just repeating the same pattern over and over. But, like, there's something about that in that moment where there's empowerment and a feeling of, like, rising up through the fire, essentially, and claiming your life right here. And then underneath it, you have this wonderful string. Right? That's female Rover, yeah, I'm sorry. And then they swap it with Yangyang. So I think those are in her mind's eye. You know, that's who she turns to keep her inspired. Look at this look. Love the brass there. Uh-oh.
Have patience, Yangyang. You will find your path.
Oh, her mom.
What exactly is my path?
For me, I just listen to my heart and do what it tells me to.
Oh, so her older
If
sister.
you search within, maybe you'll find your answer too.
How did two sisters have completely different hair colors? That's something I think about sometimes. Like, what are the genetics there? Doesn't matter.
My path, my wish, my aspiration. But I thought I'd found my place.
Look at these 1.0 characters! Jinshi!
Isn't
Where was
it my
Sanhua?
wish to preserve these moments forever?
Beautiful.
Didn't I aspire to become the wind that could carry you all? Yes,
1,000 birds!
Anything.
And then the music pauses there. Here we go. Oh, she awake. Yes! Oh my god. Yes! Overclock! Wow. Beautiful balance between the traditional instrumentation and this. Oh.
Then, if I must sacrifice everything, even if
See how everything comes together? Goosebumps. You see how everything comes together here?
Follow my path to its very end.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I thought she was still in the cave.
Nightmare before dawn foretells an unchanging conclusion. Votary of the voice, go forth towards your true.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait. What? Multi-dimensional.
The nightmare before dawn foretells an unchanging
Who the hell is this? That looks like the hair. Well, I don't know.
conclusion.
This looks like the very beginning of 1.0.
Votary of the voice, go forth towards your true beginning.
Wow, that is sick. That is so cool. Let's pivot over to this combat showcase too while we're here. Look at this. This art style is so beautiful. What I like about the music in pretty much all the Yangyang stuff, and then also this right in the very get-go, is the sense that we're moving through an emotion. We're in tranquility. We're in peace. Freerin comes to mind, even though I don't think it's really that related. But there's a sort of like bright calm in this post-awakening world that Yangyang herself lives in, and the music sort of showcases that lush, bright forest.
Follow the wind
What's you see how amazing too the poise is in this. So we pull back on again melody, and we focus predominantly on that traditional instrumentation and that traditional percussion, and that really sets us up for poise and this floating around. It's interesting because birds are a huge component of Yangyang Shualing here, but even in this little corner, there's this sense of interesting space. But the bass drum sort of locks us into like, even though there's lightness and brightness, there's also tenacity, and there's also like strength of will, and there's also power, and there's also stability, which is really interesting.
Strike the wicked! Gone with the wind! Sever the discord!
So musically, I don't necessarily think there's anything too crazy to really talk about there, but the one thing I would say is that it has a modern approach to its musical landscape. So dum bum ba dum dum bum ba da 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 dum dum taka dum dum taka da da dum. Nothing crazy, but that kind of I think for a trailer and a combat showcase does a great job of connecting us to the combat style of Yangyang Shualing here. So while I don't necessarily think it's like noteworthy to necessarily sit down and talk about, I will say too that the flute, actually the upper flute there at the very top, which really feels like that bird and that symbolism of that bird as the bird is flying out of the picture and moving into this animated space, that is really interesting because it's that bright cut of sound that allows it kind of. It's interesting because it's not like a focal point; it's an addition to, and so it's on top, and it's a highlight for us. It's nice. Nice choral sound in the back, and I like this bubbling feeling in that. A little bit of like embellishment around that. I think it shows poise, and tenacity. I don't think it's anything crazy per se. And this is the scene we just saw, which is beautiful. This is beautiful. Very, very melancholic, of course.
Why? I've always felt this cannot be how this story ends.
It's really intriguing to wonder and to be curious about what is going to happen in this patch, especially as it relates to Jinzhou. I'm so excited for what's coming in 2.5, and I hope you are too. Just a little, short little video thinking about thoughts on this. It's very exciting, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Thanks a ton, everybody. Feel free to join the Discord. Feel free to support the Patreon if you want to support the channel more directly. Thanks a ton, and I'll see you guys later.